Because my wife confiscated the ROG Xbox LIX to play her games on it, I had some time to go through a gaming magazine. Yes, nothing online, an actual paper magazine I had in my hand. And at the end, there was a complete list of games that are coming out this year. So it was divided in quarters, in months. And I was going through that list and I thought, damn, this year is going to be freaking awesome. We have the long awaited GTA 6. We have horror games, open worlds, racing, superheroes, RPGs. This year is going to be something for every kind of gamer. I think the entire community should be hyped with this year. So I was going through that list and I was actually picking a top 10 in my brain. What is the top 10 of things that I really want to play? And I thought I need to share that with the community. I need to pick their brains as well. So today we're counting down a top 10 games you cannot miss in 2026 with a closer look on why it matters, how it looks, what you need to know before playing. But as always, I'm actually looking at you guys. I want to know what is your top 10. Maybe you disagree fully with the list. You can disagree all you want. Give me your top 10 in the comments below. So, without any further ado, let's just get into it. At number 10 is a game that I started playing on the PlayStation 4. It's a game that had PS VR1 ability built into it, which I absolutely loved. It's Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves. I played Ace Combat 7. It was my first entry into that series, and I'm completely hooked. I'm not the best one into these games, but it's so enjoyable just to have this whole experience on flight decks, taking off, having the dogfights. It's the next chapter in a beloved arcade flight series with a strong community around it, built on a revamped engine, modern tech, completely aimed at delivering cinematic aerial dogfights, stunning visuals, dynamic environments. I'm on board for this one. Expect highly detailed jets, and I'm a bit of a jet fan and a flight fan, airplane fan, so I just love to just take a look around and how they look, and especially with these modern graphics, I'm on board for this. Exhilarating missions high in the sky, must play for fans of flight combat that feel cinematic and fluid. So what to expect? It's large, detailed, the environments, high-speed action, modern graphics, dynamic lighting and weather, which makes it fantastic. Good story, probably. So this is going to be one of the most visual, impressive flight games I think we've seen, especially in this series. So all aboard for this one. Let's move on. Forza Horizon 6, set in open world Japan City, countryside, set across Japan. This installment blends Neo City streets, winding mountain roads, serene rural zones, dynamic seasons that change the way you race. Graphically, Playground Games is pushing their Forza tech engine with massive draw distance, vibration reflections, richly detailed cars that shine in sunlight and rain. Driving here isn't just about speed, it's about immersion. Add cross-platform multiplayer and massive community events, and this could well be Racing Game of the Year. And it gives me another reason to jump on that bad boy behind me. That's my play seat, which is currently connected to my Xbox Series X. Play a lot of Formula 1 on it, but Forza Horizon 6, I'm on board for this one. Let's go. Next up, number 8 is Crimson Desert. It's an ambitious open-world action-adventure from Pearl Abyss, the team behind the Black Desert franchise, if that rings a bell. Originally tied to that universe, Crimson Desert evolved into its own story, right? With lush landscapes, cinematic combat, rich lore set, an expansive world full of mystery. I just love to sink in these things. Already announced a couple of years ago, highly anticipated by fans. Expect deep exploration, detailed character animations, and a world that feels alive. This is one of the year's most cinematic RPGs experience, no doubt, no doubt. I'm a sucker for these games. Just hang back, big screen, great story, good environments to explore, and just completely lose yourself in that moment. Horror fans get a major entry this year with Resident Evil Requiem, the ninth mainline Resident Evil, and I am so stoked for this one. I was there when the first one came out on PlayStation 1. I love the series. I even love the flaws that they had. It's Resident Evil, and they reinvented themselves, going back to Raccoon City, post-nuclear Raccoon City, I must say, and pits them against terrifying new horrors, mixing survival mechanics, high-stake narrative, switch between third-person and first-person perspective. Capcom is retooling the franchise with both Grace Ashcroft, which I love to see return, and Leon S. Kennedy, offering varied gameplay styles, cinematic beats that feel really fresh but yet familiar. And that's what I love about the franchise with the remakes and with this direction. If you loved RE2 or RE7's even tension and visual, this is a must play for you. 110%. This is non-negotiable. Expect RE engine performance that really push atmospheric lighting, realistic environments, and chilling sound designs. And especially the use of lighting is going to be very, very super duper important in this one. Extremely hyped for this one. Resident Evil Requiem. Let's go. Number 6, actually quite a fun thing. I'm a sucker for Batman. I'm a big fan of the entire universe of Batman, the comics, the games, everything about it. So it's leaked that the new Arkham Batman game might be in development. I've read some rumors left and right, and I mean a real proper Batman game. But killing your time with this one is actually a no-brainer, right? Coming in at 6, of course, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, set to release on the 29th of May 2026, obviously, with a huge open Gotham, loads of iconic characters and classic Lego humor. Expect tons of Easter eggs, which is always fun to grind in these games. A story inspired by the Batman universe, myth, or the Arkham one. Playful puzzle platform combat, voice acting from a fresh cast. Despite its blocky charm, this is a graphically rich part comedy action full of collectibles and secrets. Let's go. I'm on board for this one as well. It's going to be one hell of a year. One hell of a year. Number 5, 007 First Light. Spy Games fans are into a treat with this one, with 007 First Light, a prequel action title from IO Interactive. And for those who know, they know the Hitman developer. So I actually see a Hitman, Uncharted even influence game, and I'm all aboard for that. This one blends stealth, gadget, James Bond flair with cinematic storytelling, think tactical infiltration, dynamic environments, gadget that feels slick, versatile. The developers bring their trademark polish. Expect rich visuals and a story that stands on its own. Yeah, we're moving closer to the number 1. So number 4, Fable. Number 4, the long-awaited Fable returns after a decade-plus gap. Rebuilt by Playground Games and using powerful Forza tech engine, Fable promises visuals, tone, deep RPG mechanics rooted in choice and consequence. We all know what to expect. Humor, engaging combat, beautiful fairy tale worlds, and a story with heart and personality. So this is one of the most anticipated RPGs of the generation, if I may say so. If you disagree, then you disagree, because I may say so. With gameplay that blends action with living, reactive worlds. Fable coming somewhere down the road. I think it's Q3-ish from the top of my head. Let's move on, because this one is going to be really, 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 really. He said the word really. Yes, I did. It's going to be really good. Marvel's Wolverine. Superhero gaming steps up big time with this one. Marvel's Wolverine, developed by the team behind the Spider-Man's acclaimed gameplay. Now, I know that it's not really completely open world, at least that's what I understood. There are some opener sections, if that's a word, to explore, but Wolverine's ferocious combat, dynamic enemy counters, a deep storytelling are expected to make headlines. Forget button smashing. This is about fluid combos, environmental takedowns, and visual feels that matches Logan's brutal nature. Even the whole tech engine that is going to make sure that he heals over time. It's graphically insane. Movies like cutscenes, detailed character models, and environments that rival blockbuster superhero films. I don't know about you guys, but this is an absolute must-play. Number 2, and this is a personal one. I had to put this on 2, from Housemarque or Housemarque, depends on who you're asking. The creators of Returnal, and Returnal for me is one of the most undervalued, underrated game in recent history. Returnal is exceptionally good. And if you haven't played it yet, play it. Sink into it. Let things just sink in you in how that game flows and the story behind it. It's absolutely fantastic to do and to play. I'm still playing it, still returning. I must say, Housemark has always been one of my guilty pleasure type of, well, maybe it's even my number one fan favorite developer. But they're now coming with Saros, and this sci-fi roguelike action blends tight controls, a time loop mechanic, alien combat, promising once you die you come back stronger in a new way every run, and it seems that it's again that mechanic, but I think they even I didn't know they could do it, but I think they even perfected Returnal with this one. That's my hope that I got with this game. Graphics here focus one strike effects, alien landscape that feel alive. It's almost alien-like, Prometheus type of things, and a world that constantly shifts. Perfect for players who love replayability and intensity. I think, I think we can all guess the number one, but the reason it could have easily been number one, Saros for me. It's a game that I actually considering starting streaming. I've streamed in the past. I haven't done it a lot, and I never found my mojo in there. But these are the type of games, and especially now my channel is doing better than before, and I'm really finding my grind and my mojo here. Maybe I start streaming and these type of games, not the classical Battlefield or Call of Duty, but these type of games, just to show other things to the world. And this is absolutely great. Saros, Housemark, keep it on your radar. Number two. Moving on to number one, and how could this not be? How could this not be? Let me make a disclaimer right away. I am not the biggest GTA player. I'm a fan. I'm not a big player because you need time to sink into it. It's kind of a big deal. I did play the entire story, of course, from the previous one. But GTA 6, number one, Grand Theft Auto 6. This is arguably the biggest game release of the decade. Almost 13 years after GTA 5, $2 billion in development. Rockstar is going to deliver a massive open world, deep storytelling, dual protagonists, so you can play with both. A system that designed for immersiveness, chaotic, and freedom. I actually believe, and this is something I read somewhere between the lines in an interview, that maybe Rockstar is a bit scared to release this game because there is so much hype, so much attached to this. With $2 billion in development, I understand why they delayed it so long, just to take more time to really perfect it and leave nothing up to chance. It's going to be a huge map that expands Vice City, next-gen graphic simulation, NPCs that feel alive, story depth, sandbox freedom. It's more than a game. It's almost a cultural movement, and everyone will be playing this one. Every other game releasing in that time window, good luck to you. Just close shop or postpone your own game, because I think the entire world is going to come to a standstill. Consoles, PC, everywhere available. GTA 6. Well, this is my list. This is my top 10 games that I believe you can't miss in 2026. It's got futuristic RPGs, heart-pounding horror, high-speed racing, biggest open worlds, fighter jets. This year is going to have it all. Which are you hyped for? Is this your list? Are you in agreement with this list? Do you want to see other ones? I'm actually also thinking on maybe an indie-specific list, because I'm playing a lot of indie games lately. Just comment what you want to see and what you're gaming, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more 2026 gaming deep dives. For now, guys, have a good one. See you on the battlefield.